G'day, guys, and all those cheers were for us. No, so yeah, thanks for being here. Another awesome Sundays with COD. I actually, whatever. I don't know. Well, actually, firstly, hi Slash. How's it going?
Hey, not too bad. I just want to welcome everybody back to this weekly recap of Next, the 2005 MTV show. We're going to be covering the episode where Kyle controversially nexted Shannon only 2 minutes into the date, so I'm excited to get into that.
And Kyle drops the bomb in 3, 2.
Three.
Jokes aside, that would actually be pretty fun to do a like a Next stream, like just watch Next and laugh at what that
No,
was.
I think we should, because it has a lot of secondhand embarrassment because, like we talked about before, they're being told what to say and they're not very good actors because they're just kids. So it's great. It's great unironic comedy.
It is. Like, could you imagine Lorne on that show? That would be fucking
Oh
amazing.
my God. If he got next, well, first off, he would get next in like 2 seconds. As soon as the woman saw him, like 50-year-old Lauren, like, but the contestant is 19, like Lauren walks out to her and, his knuckles are scraping on the ground and, and she's just like next and he's like, fuck you. Starts screaming.
But he'd walk out with that massive goofy smile on his face like he had
Yes.
when he got to the Sting house. And just be like,
Do
woo, and then,
Well,
yeah.
that face he makes, where it's like, well, where he kind of like tucks in his lower jaw, like his like lip too, where he's like, oh, and he kind of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
well,
absolutely.
like he'd be making that face because that is his like shy, like uncomfortable smile face. I can just see him doing that, and then just getting nexted.
Yeah, and he'd instantly go, "Oh, fuck you, you fucking slut!" Like he would just go off. It'd be,
I'll call you tomorrow.
I'll call you tomorrow. It'd be very good. So yeah, so thanks for being here, guys. Did you watch much of Sundays with COD?
I couldn't make it. I was in for a second where it sounded like they were reading out text messages, but I couldn't. That'll be something I'll catch on. I'll be part of the Westmost replay crew later. So
Because what I wanted to know was, did you hear the bit where they were reading out, like, Lorne was setting the rules for their throuple?
no, I
Oh.
heard the one that like I heard the ones from last week, like a
Yep.
lot of the rules, but I didn't. If they were new ones, no, I haven't heard them yet.
It was it was fucking amazing, like, cause it was just like, stupid. Like the first 2 or 3 rules were basically like no other guys, like, and
Yeah, that okay, yeah, because they talked about that last week. Where don't drink and drive was number 4.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
he basically said in 3 different ways, do not talk to other guys, and then it was like work is okay. Like it's just like very funny
Well, like there was
the
just it was
parameters
just
he puts.
it's just one of those things where like I couldn't have scripted this better. Like, if you're like, okay, what do you think would be funny if Lorne set rules for a throuple? Like, that was better than I could imagine. Because it was just mainly, no guys. Rule 2, refer to rule 1. But then it was like drink driving, like just coming up with things that are illegal. Like, you don't need to put them down. Like, it's illegal to
It's
drink drive. Like,
it's like how probation has to put in already illegal things into his probation violation. Like they have to tell him like you cannot do this, even though it's already illegal. We have to specifically tell you because you'll say, "I was never told I couldn't do that."
yeah, so like next time, if you guys, don't drink drive, obviously, as Lorne has said, but if say you were, which obviously I discourage, but if you were and you get pulled up, try saying to the cop, "I didn't know. We did not put these in the thruple rules.
Or
See what they say."
or you could say, "Officer, I'm not legally allowed to drink and drive. It's in my relationship contract, so please just let me go."
I couldn't possibly be drunk right now.
Yes.
Is it against the thruple rules? But what I love is that he goes straight from that. So it's like, no drinking and driving, and then there's stuff like, put each other. Oh, it was some worded really stupid. It was like put your parents first until we're together. Which of course makes Jamie cry because she doesn't have any parents.
Right.
But it was just such like that is so weird. Like it's weird that he thinks that. It's weird that he thinks that your parents should be the number one in your life until you get a partner, and then your partner is number one. It's really bizarre. But I think it was directly after the drink drive-in, and he goes to, "Don't let a guy see you naked." Like it's just, oh man, I was near pissing myself. It was so funny.
Yeah, did I thought maybe I'd sent you the screenshot from last week, but I guess I didn't.
Oh, I don't read anything you send me, so you might have.
I know you and Eel don't. As we found out on Eel and mine stream last week when he asked me to send him something, I was like, I already did. I was talking about something we discussed in length in private.
That's amazing. And everyone, I saw a few comments in there, so that the opening song was Hootie and the Blowfish covering Interstate Love Song by the Stone Temple Pilots. So we're having a Hootie day today. We're going in and out with Hootie, and mainly I just fucking love that song, but I've already done the STP version of it, so just gonna, cram it in there any way I can. I'm just gonna go and see if I can find every person that's covered that song, and it's gonna
just keep doing it.
All right.
Just somebody with 15 views on their YouTube channel covering it. It's just always that song is your opener.
Just every single person who does it. So if you want to start up a channel and do a cover of that song, I'll put you on.
If High Stakes Games is here, she's been doing covers, so please cover that song and we'll play it.
Alrighty, I am actually subscribed to High Stakes Gaming, so I'll be looking out for that. I know she mainly does No Doubt covers, but this one time you can do a bit of Stone Temple, surely. Anyway, let's say hello to everyone and crack into it. G'day,
Sure.
quote unquote, Cornville Three-Way and Mandy S and Dr. Cunt. 87 Problems, Generic Puerto Rican Male, Rachel D, George Glass, John Ryan, Late Again, Lens 33, Voice to Voice, Lawn's Unclimbable Ladder, Brian Kane, Evil Little McNuggets, The Lamp That Never Got to Shine on Lawn's Dink, Cyber Squeak, Ilrig, Jinx, Wee Man, Tay Driver, Polynomial Purebred. Who else we got here? Oh, do you know the other thing? Just to interrupt this. I only realised a few months ago, and this is really stupid, that like Darius, the lead singer of Hootie and the Blowfish, is like Darius Rucker, Wagon Wheel and all those
solo
other songs.
artists now.
I did not realise they were the same person.
You remind me, I finished my stream with Eel by playing Wagon Wheel this weekend, so it's just been a Darius Rucker week, I guess, for both of our streams.
G'day Lawns, Only Working Lung, and Zaki, MySpace, Nuggy Fan, and Slut. Stanford. Elsa Marie Armstrong. And Ilrig does make a good point. In Australia, it's considered rude to show up on time and sober. So me showing up late and drunk every week is actually a compliment to everyone. That is true. And a lot of times that's why I'm late, because I just can't figure everything out because I am so drunk. The Duchess of Cornville. That Damn Doctor. Riley Coyote. Mama Gwen's fat ass chair. I'm sitting on my ass in my chair.
No.
Huh?
I was just doing the weird version, like where the guitar kicks in. Sitting on my ass in my chair.
Oh, yeah, nice. Egbert. Metro State Tactical Ice Cream Truck.
How's your mama, Nam?
Jake Steele. Spencer Silvera. And Cyber Squeak just found a shiny Impidimp. So, good stuff. Eileen Clayman. Modon G, Amoni's dad. I'm really out of place now. So, Outdoor Loser. I'm going to definitely miss people. Roscoe Sadie.
Pallets.
Huh? Roscoe Sadie Pallets, exactly.
Pallets.
Pussy Destroyer. The Codfather. Triple Grandson, Chatchabate Billy. Who's Brittany? Jerry Anthony. Stuck with me, 95. All the way absurd. I haven't seen you for a while, all the way absurd. So welcome. Witchert. Philip Waller, Bitter Almonds. Cool. I've definitely missed people, but let's just move on.
So I just sent it to you. So I grabbed the screenshot from when they showed the rules last week, and don't put everybody first when we're living together. Put each other first when we're living together. Until we're living together, put your parents first. In Jamie's case, it will be Will and MJ. So he's assigning Will and MJ to be Jamie's parents. And then the very next one is don't put yourself in a position that your safety could be at risk. You already covered that with no drinking and driving, like 6 rules before this. And then my other one is let each other know through text what our daily agenda is. Like, so you have to get your agenda approved, like you're submitting expenses through work. Like you got to sit down and write out a schedule.
And the other notable highlights there are no engaging in the Church of God crap, which is just so funny that he keeps going on this. But it's also like, imagine like if you were the the butt of a community on the internet, that just constantly made fun of you. Like, imagine if you were with someone and you had to write out rules to say, please don't join in on this. Like, it'd be like, if you had a bully that just followed you around, you had to ask your girlfriend, please don't laugh along with him and join in. Like, it's so funny. But I also love the no letting guys stay overnight. So
they
really,
can stay over during the day for
absolutely.
the majority of the day, but just not at night.
Yeah, so that's just make sure they're out by the night time, because that's when the fucking happens. Cool. Anyway, let's get into it. Where are we? So we're gonna turn that one off. Then we're gonna turn that one on, and then we're gonna play.
So you love me?
Oh, so this is from Raptor Bacon's channel. So this is Lorne Armstrong, boyfriend denies AA. So thank you, Raptor Bacon. And also thank you to Weren'tmyfalse for tonight's stream art.
It's my sweatshirt with somebody else's fucking initials on it. Try to get on me about my fucking drinking. Yeah, I was drinking too much.
You're an alcoholic.
Yeah,
You say you love me.
I was drinking too much.
That's from Halo. I think it's a Phantom, like one of the or maybe not a Phantom, but it's a Covenant-like craft from Halo. He's like driving around.
Yeah, right.
My drinking down.
Hey, Lauren, did you know that's what all addicts say?
Yeah, well, watch me.
What about your self-respect?
I'm not afraid of it.
He uses you and thinks you're a piece of shit. You can't even pull your dink out in his restroom. And you want to go fucking drink with him.
I agree. I do agree with that.
Banshee.
This-
Yes, thank you, the Godfather. Banshee.
What is it? Banshee?
It's the Banshee one. It's not the Phantom is a bigger Covenant ship, but Lorne is riding around a Banshee from Halo.
So what picture? This picture that is superimposed on all these. Like, what was the context of this picture? Do you know that he's sitting like that, topless?
So he's not sitting. This is a screenshot from when he's doing a flip. So there's like points where he's sort of like scrunched up. So Raptor Bacon has just paused it and like cut him out. So there's like the ones where he's riding the rocket with his hands back. That just happens to be where he's like partial way through the front flip and stuff. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
I do agree with you on that. Tony doesn't deserve for me to go over and drink with him.
That your
But I can.
issues overpower any part of you that wants to maintain your self-respect. Wonderful.
I just told you, I do agree with you on that. He doesn't deserve for me to go over and drink with him. So I can go over and drink with Elton. Elton has never done anything bad to me, and Elton's always been good to me. And Elton even buys beer, too.
Isn't it sad that your insistence on drinking is...
You're not allowed to drink. It's not like probation was no drinking with people that make fun of you or do bad things to you. Like, it's like no drinking. Like, what the fuck?
And imagine how shitty of a person Elton can be, that the only person you have come over and he, like Lorne, he can only go over Tony's house because he buys Tony beer. So he lets them come over until this second the last drop of beer is drank, and then he kicks Lorne out. Alton is buying Lorne beer to come over. So what kind of shitty person is Alton that the only person he could get to come over is Lorne?
That's a good point.
And yes, thank you, NCA 87. What color Banshee and bra?
You go through all of your social relationships, and there's really only two. One of them isn't even real. Isn't that sad? Don't you think you should fucking try something else, idiot?
Well, yeah, I can try something else. But I don't need to go to AA 3 times a fucking week.
You should go.
I love how you
I don't need to hear my girlfriend fucking yakking her mouth off about some other fucking guy going out and buying a sweatshirt with that guy's fucking initials on it. And she doesn't stop after I've asked her for months.
But he was just saying he doesn't need his girlfriend to tell him that he needs to go to AA. Isn't that exactly what Lorne wants? Somebody who loves him enough that tells him to do things. But of course, because it's not something he wants to do, then it's her just flapping her gums, or whatever, flapping her lips that she, But this is exactly what he wants. He wants somebody to care for him, and she's telling him to go to AA.
Yeah, he wants the care, but he doesn't want to have to do it. So I guess ultimately what Lorne would want is her to go, because what he, he would want it framed, especially it'd be the way it framed. Like, he would want this framed as, I want you to go to AA, I can't have you dying young on me. I need you to stop drinking, I can't lose you kind of thing. And he would still do it, because ultimately what he would like to eventually to her to go, I don't want you to do it, but I understand. So he gets that care, but he still gets to do it. Or he would just drink in secret. Much like the smoking that he apparently quit, even though he had the full pack and a lighter within arm's reach. So.
His Virginia Slims.
Yeah, whatever.
And Il Rig says it's nice of Elton John to take time out of his busy schedule to hang out with his childhood acquaintance Lorne.
You obviously don't want to fucking listen. Everything's wrong with me, but nothing's wrong with you.
Lorne, I am doing something about my problems.
Yeah, you're doing something about Dan, all right.
Well,
calling him before you ever even call the guy that you're in love with. Going out and buying a sweatshirt with his initial on it. Yeah, rubbing him right in the guy that you're in love with face. Yeah, you're doing something about it, all right.
She clearly loves you.
You're really doing something about that. I thought I'd be nice and call Dan and ask him if he wanted to meet up and have lunch or something while I was going to go down to Massachusetts. I'm not going down there and...
Imagine Dan coming down to Massachusetts to have lunch with Lorne. I just can't, it's just so funny. So imagine him, walk, I can't even imagine Lorne in a restaurant. What would he even wear? He'd probably rock up like this. Jeans and no shirt.
Well, he would have his, his sweat, the hoodless sweatshirt that has, paint stains on it, and, his ripped jeans, and he'd be like, this is my good outfit. That's what he wore to go pick up the woman that he supposedly loves for the first time. He's not even, that's him putting on airs, is to wear that outfit.
In Massachusetts now, and I don't need to.
But I just because Dan's he's a lawyer. You'd imagine where he would eat. He would be eating in fairly nice restaurants. I'd imagine. Just imagine Lorne rocking up saying, "Oh, I'm just meeting someone here." It's just to the concierge.
Well, if he was meeting his girlfriend, he'd be telling the waiter every 5 seconds, "Oh, me and my girlfriend here,"
No, I'm talking about his supposed lunch with Dan. He's going to meet Dan. He told Dan he was going to meet him for lunch in Massachusetts.
Oh.
But you probably already know that because you probably already consulted with Dan.
Shut up. Why did they tell you you couldn't go?
Found that information out.
Why can't you go?
because they changed my schedule.
Did you say
It wasn't that. When I am, this shit pisses me off. I call fucking Dan and tell Dan and leave him a message that if he wants to meet up and have lunch, because I guess if I can take a trip down Massachusetts, then we can do that.
You can't leave the state.
Somehow my fucking woman that I'm in love with, that she's in love with me, she finds this shit out through this fucking guy that doesn't have the fucking nuts to call me fucking back and say, hey, I can't fucking meet up with you, or I can meet up with you and we can have lunch and whatever. Instead, he calls my fucking girlfriend.
No, he didn't.
Doesn't that make fucking sense?
Are you ready to shut up
you called
now
him.
and listen to what really happened?
In any call, does Dan never have the balls to tell Lauren something? I mean, Dan is very upfront with Lauren, so he only has the balls to not say something because he's not directly here on the phone with Lauren. Like, if he was, he'd be telling Lauren to go fuck himself.
Yeah, I mean, this is the amount of calls that have led up to this with Dan, telling him to go fuck himself, that he's going to put 8 inches down his throat.
Bucktooth Bonanza.
I'm gonna.
He's coming up to Cornville.
I'm gonna fuck your woman. But apparently, we're to believe that Dan's just kind of like, oh look, can you just?
She's gonna be on my stick, motherfucker.
He's not backward and coming forward.
Called him before you called me.
Made up story. Are you ready?
No, get fucking Dan out of your head. Maybe we wouldn't have a problem.
Are you ready,
We
stupid?
wouldn't have a problem.
Are you?
I'm waiting.
Emma and Dan are in love. They're in a relationship. She has access to his voicemail. And she asked me what it was all about. Why is Lauren going to go visit Dan? I have not talked to Dan. That's why I'm asking you questions about it. Stupid!
I don't think you need to yell out stupid, because I just go with what's usually happened with me is you contacted Dan. Or he contacted you. Dan never answered my calls.
I never talked to Dan. Didn't you fucking hear anything I just fucking said? Or did your old man ears grow all the hair that it could, so it couldn't hear the truth? Because that's all that drips from my mouth, bitch.
Oh, and here we go. What the fucking insults and name calling? I heard you say you didn't talk to Dan. I heard you say you had questions. All right, fine, ask me questions. Why am I not going down? Because they changed my schedule.
Already said this.
I even contacted Maria so I could give her a heads up.
Did they?
So I could give her the information I needed to give her.
Did they change
I like how
it
he
because
dresses it up like, yeah, I'm just giving her a heads up. Lauren, you would have to file paperwork and get approvals and probably a judge's signed order for you to leave the state. But he's just going to give Maria a heads up that he's leaving the state. That does not work that way.
It's so good though, because you just imagine him, because you can imagine him doing this, like, oh Maria, just giving you a heads up. I'm going to meet Dan in Massachusetts to have lunch. Like, Lauren, we've already talked about this. You can't do this. Oh well, this fucking bullshit.
Boston's teen pregnancy rates are already too high?
Oh, Winnie!
What?
Winnie!
Smart thing to say.
No, Winnie.
I thought it was pretty fucking cunning myself. I know you're enjoying myself.
It was.
I'm so funny. I'm so funny. I'm so funny.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah.
So you can call Maria to go to Massachusetts, but not to AA for the woman who you say you love. Really fucking cunning.
I called Maria and told her that I went to AA. So there you go.
There you go.
I did what you asked again. Just when you think I'm not doing something that you want me to do, I'm doing it.
You're full of shit. You told her that you were there to support Roy, not because you were a fucking alcoholic who says, oh, I only drink once a week, when you really drink like every 4 fucking days, and now you want to cut that down to just once a week, which it was before. That's what gets addicts in trouble. is they are observed doing what they're doing, promise to make a change, don't fucking change, try to convince you that they've changed, and the sober person sees everything, including how much of a moron you are. So, legs spread and
I told Maria exactly what you. Told Maria exactly what.
I love this, like, when they read out, like, shit from T. I really enjoy
You wanted me to tell her. I was going to sport with Roy, and that would help me maintain my sobriety.
I gave you 3 or 4 different things to tell her. The one that you told her, of course, is the one that made you look the best. Stripping you of any responsibility.
You told me.
The whole fucking reason
Oh,
it
whatever.
was adjusted.
Hey, I ain't gonna fucking argue with you about that shit. I'm never gonna be perfect to you like Dan is.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. What's Roy been up to?
Roy's staying sober. Staying at Mom's. She's giving Mom $100 a week.
That's great,
Washed her
actually.
dishes this morning. It is.
I don't know what's so funny, but she's like, what's Roy up to? And like, he's staying sober. Like, that's what he's doing.
Right.
He's not working, or he's not, doing stuff around the house. He's staying sober.
He's just staying sober.
What are you doing today, guys? Staying sober? Fair enough.
He's just going through photosynthesis out in the yard, just sitting there, just open his limbs up and down.
I am actually really surprised. Is he really giving her money, or is that a promise? Because she deserves it, and you know
He's going to give her. I know she deserves it. He's going to give her money as soon as he gets a job.
So he's not giving her money then. Like, he just said he's giving her $100 a week, and then no, he will. He will when he gets a job.
Oh, with Tim, bro,
sober
be really
with
good.
this level of problems and drinking issues, and you can't.
Retroactively
So fucking.
give.
What's that?
I was gonna say, will he retroactively give? Say he doesn't work for 6 months. Will he then owe his mother $600?
I mean, I highly doubt it.
This just reminds me when I was a kid and my dad got us, a $20 a month cell phone. And like when we worked, we would have to pay him $20 a month. Like the point is just like she has children. Like obviously they're her kids, but she has literal children. Like where she has to like set up payment plans and get money from them and stuff. And they're 50 fucking years old.
Yeah.
And not to say that you can't borrow money from relatives or stuff, but like they're just kids basically, just asking for allowances.
Yeah, that's very true. They are kids. Like I just feel like, I mean, I don't know enough about Roy to say this, but Lorne is really just, I mean, you strip away like everything, all the vileness, he is just plain house through life. Like he is just like a little kid that sees people. Like, I'm surprised he doesn't dress in like a suit and that, like, watching Dad go off to work in his suit, and so he wears that so he can feel like a big boy. Like Lorne is just plain house through life.
Sad, baby. So sad. How does it feel to be the fucking drunk one out of you?
Not that I can. It's not.
How does it feel?
It's not that I can.
Hey, aren't you? Just like my sister said.
I'm gonna what?
I'm gonna what?
Are you gonna go drinking today? Now that you're the drunk Armstrong again?
As Gil said, Mama Gwen doesn't need money. The zoo pays for her rent, food, and medical bills. What does she need money for?
No, I'm not gonna go drinking today.
Oh wow!
I'm not the drunk Armstrong.
The drunk Armstrong. He's not the drunk Armstrong. That's a family title they pass down like a trophy that you have to carry around.
You're the drunk Armstrong now.
You're the drunk Armstrong.
Maybe that's what happened when Dale left. She turned to Roy and said, "Well, you're the drunk Armstrong
You're
now."
Love you. Say that again.
Yes.
So you'll believe it.
I said, I'm not going drinking today, and I'm not the drunk Armstrong. You get 2 more before you get to me on that one.
Okay, well, you're going to go drinking tomorrow. You can't go drinking today because why? You got to go jack off.
I didn't plan on drinking tomorrow either.
Plan O.
Didn't
Lord chooses his words very,
drank
very carefully.
That's right. So when he drinks tomorrow, it's like, I didn't plan on it. It's like, this just happened. It's just like going to this thing. This just happened.
I weren't planning on talking to a kid for a month. It just happened. But I weren't planning on it.
Last night. I love you, stupid.
No, yeah.
And you are stupid.
I was in bed last night. I talked to you last night, and I wanted to go up, and I was asleep when you called. You remember that I told you I don't want us to talk at night anymore because of the fact that I'm falling asleep when I'm driving, and it's not good.
My friend,
you know,
sorry,
I just thought of something.
Yeah.
You know how like some workplaces will have like employee of the month, and it'll have like a picture of the employee. Like it's typically you see, like I've never seen it besides like one place, but it's typically like a TV show thing. Like it's your picture each month when you're employee of the month. They have the drunk Armstrong and like a picture of who, like through the ages of who the drunk Armstrong was. So it was like Ulysses S. Armstrong was the drunk Armstrong in 1865. And then it like just keeps going. And now Lauren is on there.
I finally made it. Have a little ceremony to put it up on the wall. You did it! You did it, Lauren. Finally you're known for something other than trying to fuck a kid.
And sold me a bunch of weed at a really low price. And we chilled out, and we watched the Sting footage with you in it. And you know what he said? Oh, that poor guy. You can fool a lot of people, Lauren, but not me. You've even fooled Kevin, a seasoned drug dealer. Wow.
And not fool you about what?
About being responsible for your own behavior. For one, just George.
Yeah, where did that come from?
Because I am staying away from Coke. I knew I had a problem, and all I want to do is Coke. Fucking believe me. But I don't. Because there are things that are more important to me. Like somebody I thought I fell in love with. But obviously, the feeling's not mutual. You don't want to reciprocate my efforts and change for you? Fine. I can't make...
The feeling is very mutual.
But I'm not going to be...
The feeling is very mutual. I said the feeling is very mutual.
Oh, I know. I heard when you...
Foreshadowing right there. It's mutual. This is a call that takes place like 2.5 years before the It's Mutual call. Like this is like MCU setting up, things for 5 years in advance.
Let me on.
I
was in the middle of being honest with you and genuine.
I'm very much in love with you. I can quit drinking. I don't need to go to AA. If something happens and I wind up, so you have a talk with him, you say, no, you're relapsing. I think you probably ought to go to AA. And I will go to AA because I believe
that's
what
she's
you're saying.
telling
that I
you
need
right
to go
now.
Hey,
at that point, you would just be saying, I'm not. Like, you would just deny it still. You're telling her, when you come to me and say, I need to go, I'll go. She's fucking doing it.
This is exactly what she's doing right now. Like that's insane. Like literally she's saying need to go AA, and he's going, well, if you come to me and say that you're relapsing and you need to go to AA, I'm going to do it. Like, right now, that is what she is saying.
You say...
But also, it's her fucking responsibility, apparently. Like, it's like everything. Everything else is someone else's responsibility. So, if Lorne does something wrong, it's because you didn't tell him hard enough that he needed not to do it. I mean, this is just like fucking when Ramona had to tell him not to call her a bitch. Like, you didn't tell me not to call you a bitch. If you tell me not to do it, I won't do it. Fucking hell.
You're relapsing. I think you probably ought to go to AA. And I will go to AA because I believe what you're saying, that I need to go to AA.
You won't.
But I don't need to go to AA to quit drinking.
Lauren, your first clue that you need to go to AA is when you said you're going to stop drinking
I was
forever,
in denial.
and then decided that you're going to do it with whoever will have you. Pretty fucking pathetic. And it's against the law for you to do anyway. You can't just stop, can you? Can you? Can you? Can you? Can you?
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't. And
Yeah,
you
I
won't.
can.
No, you can't, and you won't.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can.
I won't.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
I guarantee I can.
Bitch.
Guarantee I can.
I know.
Then do it.
I've done it before. It's not a fucking problem for me. And I've never drank that much to begin with, except before I went to Nashville.
You know what? Every time you drink, you binge. It's not the frequency for some people, you know. How often people drink.
Like, this motherfucker realizes all of this is recorded. Like, I couldn't tell you how many times I've heard this guy absolutely wasted. Then he sits here and says, you know, I don't even drink that much. I've never drunk that much. Like, Jesus Christ.
Sometimes not an issue. If somebody has a beer with dinner every single fucking night, fine. But once or twice
I don't have a beer.
18-pack. I know you don't, because you can't stop at one.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I can.
I just took a hit off the pipe. I'm going to be stoned for like an hour. I'm not going to keep fucking smoking off of it, or I'll fall asleep. You know what that's called? Recognizing the effects of the substance you put in your body. You know what you don't do? Recognize the fucking effect of the substance that you put in your body. And what it has.
Night before last, I had
It's
2
like
beers
you're
and stopped
allergic
at that.
to it. The way you react to it. Some people can put
Allergic.
drugs in their body and be cool. Some people put drugs in their body and it fucks with their functioning so fucking bad that they turn into Lauren Armstrong.
The drunk guy.
Yeah, well, Lauren Armstrong used to be cool with drinking. And somewhere along the way, got
Wait,
fucked up,
what?
and Lauren
Wait,
Armstrong
can you
wasn't
rewind?
be cool with drinking.
To Lauren Armstrong.
What did he say?
Yeah, well, Lauren Armstrong used to be cool with drinking. And somewhere along the way, got fucked up, and Lauren Armstrong wants to figure all that out and straighten it out again.
Okay, I
He's
love
talking about himself in the third
I
person.
love the talking. I mean, who doesn't love talking in third person? I mean, Cornville loves talking in third person. But
Oh, God.
he is just like he has just said he doesn't have a problem with alcohol. He doesn't need to go to AA. He just has a couple of drinks, all this kind of bullshit. And now he's just admitted that unless Lauren Armstrong is another called Lauren Armstrong, and he's talking about this motherfucker. He's just said Lauren Armstrong never used to have a problem with alcohol, but he got fucked up along the way. So if you didn't have a problem with something and you are fucked up along the way, you now have a problem with something. So he is.
Go to AA.
Yeah. He is basically overwriting everything he said for the last 15 minutes.
Lauren Armstrong just had 2 beers the other night and stopped at that.
Yeah,
Night
right.
before last.
The
That
night
means
before
6.
last, you had 2 beers. I knew you were fucking drinking. I asked if you were fucking drinking, and you lied about it. What fucking checkbox on
Last
the
night?
alcoholism list is going to be left blank by the end of the day? Not one. Not fucking one.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Alcohol, drinking by
Listen to me.
yourself. Unable to stop drinking. Making poor social
You
choices.
didn't ask me the night before last. You asked me last night.
I asked you
I said the night before last, I had 2 beers and stopped.
I asked you both times.
I didn't say last night.
Yes, I did.
Last night you asked me if I was...
The night before last was when you
Oh,
were...
what? When you fucking called me around
Jesus.
11 o'clock the night before last, no, I wasn't drinking.
But
I had 2 beers earlier in the night.
You had
What?
been
Drinking?
drinking.
I had
You
2
came,
fucking beers.
That's
you came home from 8.
You are on probation. Your probation says you can have 0 beers. So if the
Right.
number of beers you had is higher than 0, you have done the wrong thing.
Hey,
I told you I had 2 fucking beers. And I stopped and went to bed.
Emma, listen. You came home from AA and had a beer,
Oh,
Lauren?
what?
Why are you even...
Emma's on the line.
Oh, she called Emma.
Did
Lauren
anyone
is in
else
trouble
realize?
now.
Did anyone realize that Emma was on the line too?
involving me in this
Yes,
when
I
you
did.
asked you to stop. I am not your counselor or his. I just want to go to work. Please stop calling me. I just need you to hear. This is why I'm not going to marry him. And I need you to stop trying to convince me to marry him because he doesn't have a problem and he fucking doesn't admit it. Look, I'll talk to you later. I can't do this right now. Whatever. Bye, Lauren. Don't tell him bye.
Why, Lauren? She doesn't say bye to Winnie.
Winnie, listen.
Listen,
I will stop drinking, all right?
I'll stop.
I will stop
telling
drinking
you I'm
completely.
drinking.
I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to hurt. I don't want to hurt us.
It's all that I need.
If you want me to stop completely, I'm going to stop completely.
What to pull his dead in her chest.
Listen, baby. I will stop completely. Okay? I'm not going to hurt you like that.
You just drink about it and lie about it. And Emma told me about what AA's about, and she told me how to be a supportive girlfriend to somebody who's doing that. And I was trying, but you're just not playing along.
Jesus Lord.
All right, I'm gonna try. All right, I'm gonna quit.
When?
So I want to go to AA. No, I don't. I don't want to go to AA.
Listen.
I'll go to.
Listen. Don't go to AA. Stop drinking completely. But promise me,
Okay.
if you want to drink again, you will go to AA. Even if you're going to go and drink that night. That's all I'm asking.
She said AAA.
Okay.
Stop drinking.
I'll
And
do
if
that.
you stop on your own, that's fucking great. If you feel like you need to go drink, find a meeting instead. And then go drink after that if that's really what you want to do. All I'm asking you is to give something different a chance before you do whatever you were going to do. Please. Please.
Okay. Okay, I will do that. I will stop drinking completely. If I feel like I have to, I will go to a meeting.
Bullshit.
Or if I feel like I want to, I'll go to a meeting. I don't want to hurt you, and I don't want to hurt us. But I also don't want us to be apart either. It affects me. It affects me in the way that I feel about things.
You are.
And it affects the
Makes
way
me feel
you
like
think
you're giving
about
up on
people.
us.
Everybody to you when you're drunk is your enemy. Even when I try to talk nice to you, you're like, well, what are you buttering me up because you feel guilty about thinking about Dan? I'm just trying to love you.
Dan.
I can't do this anymore in a relationship with you. If you force me to, I'm going to turn around and walk the other way. As much as I want to believe you, I will be here for you. Not as your girlfriend, though. Until I see real change. What I'm hearing is talk. It's really good talk, or else I wouldn't be on the phone right now with you.
It's brilliant.
No, baby, it didn't show up. But
What was that?
you have to prove yourself with real behavior changes. You're right, I lied to you that I was doing coke because I was embarrassed about my behavior and outbursts while I'm not on my meds. But I am trying. You hear me trying. I want to stay on the phone with you, but I have to hang up to do my rehab project later, too.
You're gonna think I'm
What
stupid.
about your behavior that you do with me about Dan?
Oh God.
All the teasing and everything. Are you going to change that? Do you know that's a big part of my problem?
Ah, yes. His drinking problem is because of her. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right. He puts her through things and he needs to cope, and the only coping mechanism he has is drinking. So really, if he would stop your stupid fucking bullshit, he wouldn't be drinking.
That's exactly right. We've got a bit of time left, so should we go and grab something off his channel?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
What do you think? Do you think like a cooking show or one of his fucking updates or something? Or a song?
Depends on the cooking show, because some of his cooking shows are like 27 minutes long and other ones are like 8. So what's a good cooking show? Let's see.
So he's
like the tofu one is 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
What?
His vegan mac and cheese is 8 minutes long.
Yeah, why don't we throw on the vegan mac and cheese?
Yeah, cool.
Dude, Australia has the weirdest fucking ads. Menu log. I've never seen that before.
It's just like fucking Uber Eats.
No, I assumed, but I guess that's just an Australian.
We actually when it kind of first launched and stuff, we got a whole heap of like hang on, is that menu log? Yeah, fucking like Snoop Dogg did like an ad for it and stuff, like he did this little menu log rap and stuff like that.
Oh no.
Katy Perry does ads for him and stuff. Like they must spend a shitload on this shit. Anyway. Here we go. Alright, so we're doing fucking vegan lawn reality show, vegan mac and cheese.
Well, it makes sense they had Snoop. They just had Katy Perry in that 3-second ad.
Yeah. Oh, there's a full ad that goes along to that. It's it's not very good. I'll find it and send it through to you.
Okay, thank you.
Anyway, we can have this chat offline. It's very entertaining for everyone on the stream, I'm sure.
Well, we could go into our next debate that we have. We've prepared for next week, but we can go into it right now.
well, that's right. Well, actually, because I have watched a lot of drawing content. I know that what people really enjoy on streams is kind of hearing about, the planning out, maybe how much you're looking to charge people for your bullshit. So let's talk about that right now. No.
Down.
Oh, that's what the people also love. They also love that.
I paid $100 to learn this stuff.
Well worth it. All right, guys, here we go. Lawn reality show, vegan mac and cheese.
Welcome back to the Lawn Reality Show. Right now, while we're waiting for the tofu to strain,
he's got no idea.
We're going to make the macaroni and cheese. Now, the macaroni, I already made the macaroni, so the macaroni is all ready to go.
Perfect.
And we're going to make the cheese.
And we don't need to know. This is meant to be a cooking show, like any cooking show where the chef is showing you how to do it. So I guess he just assumes that you know how to make macaroni. Yes, I know it's not hard, but usually there would be something. It's just like, oh, I've already done it. It's there. You don't need to see it.
Right now.
Because even when they're doing long things and it's like, here's one I prepared earlier, they still do the actual thing. Like you'd mix all that shit up and then okay.
Right.
But here's one I prepared earlier. Let's continue on.
This is what we need. We need 3 tablespoons melted butter, 1/3 cup milk. Put in cheese, then add milk as needed. Same consistency as regular macaroni and cheese. So,
which is what?
Every time I watch these, I just cannot believe he thought anyone would want this.
Again, this was one of his main defenses as to why he shouldn't be sent back to prison in 2019. He should have been allowed to walk out of court so that he could continue to do his cooking shows. This was my cooking shows. This is why he said he shouldn't go back to jail.
It's just so funny. It's just like, because the whole purpose of this channel was like some kind of redemption. Like, people would see that he's, despite all the attempted child rape, he's a good guy. But it's like, why did he think this? I mean, nothing was going to. Obviously, the only thing he could have done is not do this, not go on the internet, not answer phone calls and that. But why did he think, you know what will make people overlook, me trying to rape a child? Vegan cooking shows.
Regular mac
Put
and
the
cheese.
butter in.
He doesn't, come on guys, he doesn't support eating animals. Like, this is a good guy.
Right now. Well, we can get the butter out.
Yep.
Get the butter roll. So he doesn't even have a proper utensil on the table.
No.
You're gonna use 3 tablespoons of butter.
What's
This
that?
is a-
What's that
this is a
Australian
vegan
chef
butter.
like Nigella or something?
Nigella is not Australian, you fucking idiot.
Oh, are they not? What are they? What are they?
Oh, I don't know. Let me Google, but they're definitely
Well-
not Australian.
I've only ever heard them brought up by Australians, so I just assumed that they were Australian.
Let's see. Nigella Lawson. She's British.
Ah, same fucking thing.
Motherfucker.
So, literally vegan.
Literally vegan. Just like it's literally standing up on its own. We are gonna be doing a vegan cooking show.
Get that milk.
It's literally cooking
And
on its
for those who
own.
want to know what type of butter this is, it is earth balanced, soy free.
Right.
That's what the container looks like.
Hope you got that, guys. Let me know if you want me to go back and pause so you can make sure you get the
Man.
right one.
The
Yeah.
milk is cashew milk. It's unsweetened.
Little cashew, just like Winnie's raccoon.
And really, it's good that it's unsweetened because Lorne's sweet enough, right?
Oh. Lauren is like iced tea in the South. It's sweet.
How's your mum and Dem?
All right. Now
How ya,
we
Mum
pour
and
the
Dad?
butter in there,
The good Lord willing and the crick don't
or
rise.
the milk in there rather.
Roll Tide! It's really weird when I get a message from Evil McNuggets and she always ends it with Roll Tide. So I
Roll
assume that's what
Tide.
every Southerner says. Roll Tide.
Perfect.
Now
So
we'll put
glad he didn't wash
cheese
his
in.
hands too. I mean,
Well, in a few of them, he expresses that I washed my hands before this, which if you have to say it, you probably didn't do it. Like he's like trying to afterwards be like, I did wash my hands yesterday, so it still counts.
I mean, he probably didn't, but even if he did, he has now touched the bin lid twice and not washed his hands. So even if he started out with clean hands, he doesn't have clean hands anymore.
It all mixed around there.
Look at that, 2 things at once. He is a very advanced ape. No need to measure. Little lawn guesstimation.
Did Jamie go to Bama? I don't know.
First mean.
Hey? I don't,
Eel said, did Jamie go to school at Alabama? I've never heard that before, Eel.
no, I don't know if she went to, but, She does like the Crimson Tide.
First with me on the tofu too. I've never had tofu before.
What a day. Stick some Folgers in there.
I was gonna say, Jamie Amy
macaroni
was the
and cheese, too.
anal gangbang queen of the OC, so I don't know why she'd be going to Alabama.
No.
Not just the gangbang, the anal gangbang queen. It's a very different distinction.
Well, I would want the distinction to be fair.
If you want, you can add paprika in this. Give it a little more flavor.
Well, Joey Pitt just lost to Xavier, so I'm mad at Xavier too.
I believe that's probably about the right consistency right there. Just let it melt down a little bit more.
Paprika. You think so? Sprinkle cake. Paprika. Oh, listen to that swooshing.
Turn this
It's
off.
beautiful, isn't it? Oh! Here's Roscoe!
Trying to get the only food he'll eat for the day.
Pour in the macaroni.
Oh, Jesus, that looks claggy. Just doesn't sound right, does it? Look.
I'll finish stirring this here up, and then I'll stick this in a different container and wash the frying pan out.
Stick it in a different
When I
container.
come back, we'll be able to do the tofu or the barbecue tofu.
That's what bad pussy sounds like. That's right, Sprinkle Cake.
There we go. We just get a blue. Are we gonna eat anything else? Hey, he's back.
Well,
Yeah.
Let's look at that again. Look at the way he stands there, like he's had attention. He's so awkward.
what we're gonna do
Well,
is I'm gonna
as we've talked about before in these videos, he's like he's wearing the 1989 Batman suit. He can't turn his neck. So he always, when he goes somewhere, he has to turn his whole body in order to look a certain direction. Like he can't rotate his neck.
He is so unnatural. Like that. It's like he's like, Lord, just act natural. That's what he comes up with.
I am.
Even the way his arms hang, like that doesn't look right.
Right.
Everything is wrong about him.
what we're gonna do is I've got my macaroni and cheese all in separate bowls. What we're gonna do is
Even the look on his face there. Look, it's like why is his mouth hanging open?
what we're gonna do is I've got my macaroni and cheese all in.
Look at that again. It's
Well, we're
like he's about to throw up.
Ugh.
What what we're gonna do is I've got my macaroni and cheese all in separate.
Maybe just before the camera came back on, he had a bit of that macaroni and he was like, "Oh fuck!"
Right, he's like, ugh.
Bowl, and
Oh,
I'm gonna be doing my tofu, and I'm gonna wait to try my macaroni and cheese until I get my tofu done, and then I'll try them together. So that's it for this Born Reality Show, and see you on the barbecue tofu show.
My favorite is him reaching for, like, he edits in a blue screen, but he won't edit out the 3 seconds of him with his mouse in hand trying to find the stop record button. It's always just like him freaking out trying to find it. Cut that out, Lauren.
exactly. But like he had no idea how to end this. Like,
see you on the barbecue tofu show.
It's so funny. Like, I know he's fucking.
He says it, and then he looks down. Like you said, he doesn't know how to. He's just like, okay, see you on the barbecue tofu show, and then just looks straight down and doesn't do anything for a good second.
Yeah, and you notice on these ones, he's lost the like. You used to have shit like produced by Lorne Armstrong. With help from my special vegan coach, all this
friend,
kind of shit. Yeah. I'm guessing he was mad at Ramona when he did this one.
That'll show her. She doesn't directly credit her.
Yeah. See, well, that's what, like, at this point, he was still, being honest about his smoking. So he couldn't be like, well, Ramona, I'm going to have a cigarette. Fucking thanks a lot. So now he's just like, well, Ramona, I'm going to leave you out of the credits of my famous cooking show, you fucking bitch.
Bitch.
That was good. That was good fun. So we'll start. I think that's about enough. We'll start wrapping it up there. Anything? Any other thoughts from you before we go?
So I should be streaming tomorrow before Mo Negros with Eel. We should be doing our this week's Ohio TCAP Predator, which you can vote for it on Eel's community tab, and I'll post the link one more time here in the chat if you want to go and vote. I think Jim Roush was out in the lead by 1 or 2 votes. So vote for us who you want to see us watch tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, I don't know how many streams it'll take, but Crego and I will be starting reading Dustin's chat log because I've only heard some of it when Babsby was doing it a couple years ago, but Crego and I will be starting to read it. And I had to get an authentic Southerner to play the part of Dustin. So he's going to be Dustin, and he's going to read it in his Dustin voice. So that'll be Wednesday. I think it's 7 p.m. Eastern, but I'll have it scheduled. So Monday, Wednesday, and then after that, I probably won't be back until the after party next week. So
yeah, nice. I'm actually not sure when I'm streaming this week, so surprise. I'll see how my week pans out, but I will see you next Monday for another after party. Thank you all for being here, guys. Always a lot of fun. So don't forget to delete your archives.
Good night, everyone.